feel. I don't think love is an emotion. We've been raised, we've been brought up. I know, I know. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. I don't think love is just an emotion. More girls will look at me when I'm in a relationship than when I'm single for some
No,
reason.
it's not for girls. It's everybody.
Yeah.
Once you're in a relationship,
That's when all the boys will remember your
recognize
number.
Yeah.
It's
So
been a while. I've missed you.
not everybody gets into a relationship with the first thing in their mind
Is
being marriage.
Mm.
What most people get into relationships for is their feelings, emotions, what they are feeling at the time. Oh,
This is the gistoclockpodcast, and I am the host with the most, Jesse. If you're yet to click on that subscribe button, come on, click on it already. Also, click on the notification button so you can get notified every time we drop a new banger. On this episode that discusses love beyond time and beyond borders, I have with me the most handsome guy anywhere, everywhere, all at once. Dami, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Are you feeling that voice? Oh my goodness. And then I have the beautiful but controversial feminist, Tori. Don't come for me. Hi Tori, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
She's being nice. She loves me. Okay, so we'll just get into the episode already. Tori, how long is long-term relationship? How long can you say, okay, this is a long-term relationship? How many years
I
or
would
months?
say about 3 to 4 years.
Three to
Upwards.
4 years.
Upwards.
Do you agree with that, Dami?
No, not really.
Okay.
Three to 4 years is a long time.
It's a long time.
People can completely change in 3 to 4 years. I think a year plus, like a full spending all the seasons of a year with somebody. I think that's long term enough.
And do you agree with that?
I guess it's subjective.
Subjective to the persons.
Like, it's subjective.
Mm.
I would say 3 years upwards is a long-term relationship.
So 3 years upward then. Do you know that within that 3 years I would have born like toddler. The toddler would have stopped wearing pampers.
Oh, that's
and we
why
are
it's
still doing
long-term.
and we are still doing relationship. And we are still doing relationship. 1 year, I think I agree with Dami. One
Yeah.
year is enough to, get to know somebody. But then most long-term relationships I have come across tend to end in tears. I was not there. I don't know why. But then maybe Dami can give us an insight as to why long-term relationships usually end in tears.
I think most long-term relationships, the biggest challenge they face is they don't have a particular purpose. They don't have what they are leading to. Most people, when they get into a relationship, the first thing on their mind in our culture is, okay, is this going to go to marriage?
Okay.
But not everybody gets into a relationship with the first thing in their mind
Is
being marriage.
Mm.
What most people get into relationships for is their feelings, emotions, what they are feeling at the time. Oh, I think this person is pretty, or I think this person is cool. We share the same values or interests. Okay, I want to spend more time with that person. Let's hang out. Then it leads into a relationship. But a lot of people don't ask the pertinent questions. They don't ask the important questions. Where are we going with this?
What are we?
What are we? Early enough. And a lot of guys hear those questions and they're like, oh, alarm bells, alarm bells. Oh, maybe she doesn't like me anymore. That is why she's, or maybe she's in a hurry. She's thinking about her biological clock. But those questions are important. Like, you need to have those questions as early as possible.
How early are we talking about?
Personally,
Yeah.
I feel the year at worst at your year anniversary, your 1 year anniversary at worst.
Is it?
Last case, like worst case scenario at your year anniversary, you should have had that.
But isn't 1 year pushing it? You did say something about having like physical attraction because that is one of the reasons why I went like
going
You
into the
can't.
relationship.
Now you like me. You like what you see.
So first of all, that like I said, that's worst case scenario. Best case scenario, first 3 months, that's like your second or third date. That should be a question that you should be asking.
Are you
Okay,
serious?
where do you see yourself in the next like 5 years? Am I in that am I in that 5 year plan?
Hmm. They are giving me intentional, man. It's giving me intentional, man. But in Nigeria, I mean,
Yes,
this is not.
that's why I said 1 year, because that is not the common practice.
Yes.
I've had conversations with guys, and instead of they find ways they can tell you 10 ways to deflect that question, but they can't tell you two answers to the question. But if it's to deflect, if it's to get around it, they know how to do it well. That is what they are learning. That's what they are practicing.
So, Victory, after the 3 to 4 years, that is when you ask the question, what are we, right? I mean,
I didn't say that.
sorry, okay.
I don't put
Let's
words
not
inside
put-
my mouth. I
Oh,
never
sorry.
said that.
We're
That's not
not
what I
doing that.
said.
We're not
Okay,
doing that.
okay.
If you ask me, I'll say the what are we question should be asked before you start dating.
They will lie to you now.
No, I'm serious. Like, it should be a talking stage question, not a dating question.
Really? What? I mean, they
What are we?
no. What are we? Is a after you've had maybe the first sex or maybe the second date. Like I like you, you like me. What shall we do together? Is
Because I feel talking stage
The
is still
thing is,
feeling each
I
other
think
out.
the
Yes.
problem is you might be mistaking dating for dates.
Please
Dates
clear us on
and
that.
dating is the relationship. Dates is when you're trying to get to know somebody. That's the talking stage. So if I go on a date with this guy, I ask him, what are you looking for? It's when I get what are you looking for? He's looking for a partner. Why do you think I'm going to be a partner to you? I like you. I like your body. Whatever. I like your brains. You know, the old rather that guys say. And then you look, okay, do I like this guy enough? You go on dates before you get into a relationship. The what are we question does not come, it's not a boyfriend, girlfriend question, because you guys are already inside a relationship. It has to be defined. Okay, the relationship is already defined. So the what are we question is already out of place. That's question for people who are going on dates or who are in talking stages.
But then you don't get to know a lot from the talking stage.
No, you don't. But I'm talking about the what are we question or what are you looking for question.
So
That's a question for talking stages,
not for when you people are
not for
dating.
someone in a relationship.
So what if they lie to you? You are still definitely going to enter the relationship.
I guess that's I don't yeah, obviously.
So I guess it still doesn't work out that way because when you're already in the relationship and be like, it's been 3 years. What are we doing? Do you get? It's been 3 years. It's been 4 years, and there is no mention of like maybe a ring. There is no mention of marriage. There's no mention of you coming to see my parents. We are just doing boyfriend girlfriend go. 4 years. Is it university course?
No.
Do you get me?
Or you have a point.
Thank you very much.
But I think that there are extenuating circumstances. There are things that can cause relationships to drag on
For that long.
for that long.
Without marriage.
Without marriage. So I'm going to give you a personal experience.
Okay.
A close friend of mine, they met each other in their second year in university. They started dating in their final year of university. And so they had a short break during NYSC because they were in
Different states, yeah.
different states. But after NYSC, they got back together and they both started working in different fields, building like personally their own
Okay.
personal brand and their own like career. And like 5 6 years after, which after they started dating, which for a lot of people is a long
Time. Yeah, 6 years
most
is a long time.
most people would have said, "Oh, what?" But the truth about the matter is, both of them just left school. They met each other in university. They didn't have anything. They didn't know enough about life. They were still picking up the pieces of their life to start something together, something long term, something that they felt would be strong enough to last the test of time. Now they are married. They are looking forward to their first kid.
Well,
Is
I know, I get what you're trying to say,
mm,
right? But even at that, there are still definites.
mhm.
The man or the guy wants to get married at some point, right?
Yeah,
And the woman wants to get married. At the point where they were meeting in the relationship, this, if it works out, they will get married. That is different from someone who does not have any plan of whether
At
to get
all.
married or not.
mhm.
That is the difference. So that's the reason why I said the what are we question come. You have to be sure of, okay, yes, obviously nobody has it all together,
Planned
right?
out, yeah.
But this should be in your foreseeable future.
Yeah,
You want to be in a relationship with someone you like or love, and I'm planning to get married to them someday. That does not mean that there are people who date who have no intention. They are marriage free people.
yeah.
Yeah, you get that. But those things should be things you already establish before you get into a relationship. You cannot get into a relationship with someone who does not want to get married and then try to force them after some years to get married to you.
Maybe,
That's what I'm
because
saying. There should be some definites
maybe people
before you get
change.
into it. Well, true, but the problem is that if you change in while you're in a relationship, forcing your partner to come and conform to your change is selfish.
Very selfish, and it can lead to
That's
resentment.
it, and it can lead to
But then love conquers all. That's what they taught us. Love conquers all, right?
Um, so in my personal experience or what I personally feel, I don't think love is an emotion. We've been raised, we've been brought up. I know, I know. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. I don't think love is just an emotion. I feel love is a decision. You
Ah.
choose to love somebody, then they are despite themselves, despite the things that they do, things that you hear. It's a decision that you make.
Even when you hear the worst about these people.
That is the thing. Now, is if you make the choice to love somebody, is based on how, not what people tell you, is what is based on your relationship with that
That
person,
person.
not any other factor. There, in life, there's always things that would muddy the water. Nobody is perfect. I'm never going to excuse cheating or being unfaithful or in any form, way or manner, but life is not as straightforward as your partner is never going to relate with any other person aside
They
from
would,
you.
yeah, they would.
There's going to be temptation. That is life. The most temptation I ever had was more girls will look at me when I'm in a relationship than when I'm single for some
it's
reason.
not for girls, it's everybody.
Yeah.
Major,
Once you're in a relationship,
that's when all the boys will remember your
recognize
number.
Yeah.
It's been a while, I've missed you. It's that time.
Mhm.
You're right, actually.
So the if you have this, just relying based on how you are feeling at that moment, you might make a rash decision if you are acting based on your emotions alone. But if you've made that decision that, okay, I'm going to first have a discussion with my partner, find out what is going on, be clear before I bring my emotions into it. Is an extremely mature thing to do. Is not easy,
Yeah.
but is what brings the best outcome that I've seen.
Amazing. We're learning. So I
Wow.
told you this man is an intentional man, a very intentional man for me, guys. Okay, so you mentioned about some factors that would deter people who have been in like long-term relationships to get married. I know a couple back when I was in school. In year one, these people were dating. I don't remember the year they were in, but then they were above me. So they were dating. And then when I finished school, they were still dating. Until a year later, I saw Ivy. I was so excited that, oh, your relationship, you guys are getting married, till I saw that it wasn't even the guy. It was another guy. So the lady just got married to another guy. I didn't even know where to begin to. Like, I just said, congratulations, man. That's it. So
Yeah.
what do you think would have deterred these people who have been dating for, okay, a university course here is 4 years. So let me say they dated for 5 to 6 years. What do you think would have deterred them to not get married? I mean, 6 years is a very, very long time.
Very long time.
A very long time. You've been dating with this person, you've been sleeping with them, you've been living with them, you've been doing everything with them, your parents know them, and you guys did not get married. Why?
So on the, I don't know whether it's even on the guy side.
Okay, you know
but-
what? You talk on the guy side.
Mhm.
Tori, you speak on the girl side. All right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
on the guy side, personally, I feel you don't have. First of all, I want to put this out there.
Okay.
Social media is always going to tell you otherwise, but you don't have to be stupidly rich to get married. You have to be comfortable.
Emphasis.
Emphasis. You have to have enough money for yourself, your partner, and a child, at least a child.
Okay.
So just to be safe, in case even though if you want to wait or if you don't wait, that's your decision. But you have to have enough for those three. Be able to be further ahead, feed them before you think
Of
of marry. But a lot of people, I know a lot of people who they're like, okay, not yet. When I have a little more, when I have a little more, or people who their partner is in a hurry. She has this 5-year plan that by 23
I must have.
I must have married. I'm having all of my kids before I'm 26, so that I will do revenge body and I will
Before 30, I'm hot
before
stuff.
30 I'm hot stuff. I mean, everyone there looking. So there is, so it brings a little tension
To the guy.
to the guy. So he has to either double his hustle, and depending on what he's doing, I know there are some professions like tech, like in like music, a few other things that can get you money quickly. But a lot of professions, the majority of professions need
Yeah.
you to build
Work,
over
yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's true.
So if the person is not patient, and I'm not saying don't be patient without receipts, don't be patient without checking, yes, without checking that there's a path. But there's no need to rush. Okay, you only live life once, time is going. Be patient. What is good, sometimes it takes time. So relax.
So you're saying sometimes it might be because the man is not financially ready,
Yes.
and then we have the hasting up from the ladies' side. Fair enough. So Tori, what do ladies see like make them? "Ah, I don't have this time. I don't have this time. I want to get married." So
I think he has already covered that.
yeah, the biological clock.
Biological clock, maybe pressure from family and friends. But what I want to talk about is more of like how do I phrase this?
Crazy Daniel.
Falling into normalness in a relationship. So when you get into a relationship newly, there is this sparks, butterfly. Oh my god, my
The
boyfriend is
honeymoon
calling,
stage.
peppering people. Yeah.
Hurry up, please.
Okay, fine. So over time,
Yeah.
you guys fall into a routine. So when you fall into a routine, most times I don't have anything against cohabitation. I don't have anything else. Two consenting adults you can do. But one thing that happens if there is no conscious effort to renew the sparks in the relationship, you come back to the house, you meet your partner, you go out, you come back and there's this kind of routine.
It's normalcy.
Yes, the same routine we follow when we meet our parents. When we're going back, I will come back and see mommy and daddy. You get that kind of. So once that happens, and if there's another excitement coming by the corner, you tend to feel like, yeah, okay.
Oh, so
yeah, I'm no longer feeling those things I feel for this guy or this girl at the beginning of the relationship. They are here. There's a new person, there's a new excitement, and that's usually what I feel happens with those relationships. Because if you notice, when someone gets out of a long-term relationship, like all those 6-5 years relationship, the next thing you're seeing is the person is getting married to a new person.
Yeah, almost immediately.
So I feel like this routine,
It's tiresome.
sometimes it becomes tiresome, and especially when there's no way to renew the sparks in the relationship. So
But there are
that could be
always
that could be a factor
ways
too.
to renew if you are
Intentional about it. My intentional one has full close.
One thing about renewing is talking about something and doing something is not the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I had a friend, right? And there was this thing I used to do with my siblings. Every year I tried to go on a vacation, like to go and chill and rest from work. So I was telling her about it, like, okay, we're going to Enugu this time around. She was like, oh, I want to do this with my man. Like they had plans, they wrote it down, but they never do it. We will do it, we will do it,
And
we
they
will do it,
never
and they never do it. And one thing about talking about things is when you talk about it and get all riled up and excited and you don't follow up with
Follow the
plans.
expectations.
Once somebody else does that,
Yes. So I get
you're out the
it.
door immediately.
Fair enough, fair enough. Because some women like some excitement in their relationships. And when it has fallen into this routine, whereas marriage is not even on the table yet, it becomes tiresome. And so when they find somebody else with that spark, they go ahead with it and get married. But too bad, 6 years in the trash can. Another factor that prevents long-term relationships to work might also be distance, right?
Yes.
It might also be distance. So for some persons, they can work well for long distance relationships. Wait, before I go on, Dami, do you subscribe to long distance relationship?
No. No.
No.
No.
Tori, do you subscribe to long distance relationships?
I do think it's the perfect.
All right. Let the waiting, the game begin. Okay. So Dami, why do you not subscribe to long distance relationships?
First of all, what you were talking about, the routine and excitement.
Yeah.
So if we're in two different spaces and we want to make sure that okay, we keep that constant line of communication, what is the best way to do it? Set a routine. Know that 9 o'clock I'm
I'll
going to
call
call you. You
true.
know that oh, okay. Then you keep on doing that. Then if you are there are two sides of if you are intentional or if I keep on coming back to this one, but if you are trying a lot,
Yeah.
you within a certain period in time, you try and close the gap. But sometimes that is not possible. Let's say I get a job in a foreign country and wow, we both have the intention of getting married, but I get a job in a foreign country. The plan is to move you there eventually,
Yeah.
but not yet. And most times when you are relocating, there's a certain period of time where you can't travel.
Yeah.
So during that period of time, what do? You have to set those routines so that you guys continue to communicate
But
constantly.
those routines, don't they become boring?
They do. That is why
Don't do it at all.
don't do it. Just don't do it. Like, okay, and people think that distance is has to be something crazy. So distance you can still be in the same state, but there can be distance
True.
due to a new environment.
Yeah.
So imagine if I'm a medical student now and I just started like working at a full time as a medical practitioner. Even though I'm still learning, I have to I have to work on the job, doing my shifts,
Yeah.
and I still have to read because there are higher exams to do. And then you're working maybe 9 to 5, or even if you have your own entrepreneurial business, you have to keep that in check. You still have to fall back to your routines, even if you see each other on the weekends.
Yeah, you still have to go back.
You still have to go back to your routines,
And that breeds distance.
and that breeds distance. So definitely, I positive positive communication or preemptive communication. Tell people what you're feeling, how you're feeling ahead of time, so that things won't pile up and that like you won't be feeling something and your partner will not know about it. That breeds resentment. That is a number one killer.
The kind partner is not even there for you to rant.
It's not.
Do you get your partner is not there for you to rant.
So it's even that is even worse. That you just be like, oh, why can't this person do more? Even though the person might want to, but at that point in time is so there's a lot of emotions involved that can be safe. Like you can save
You can
yourself. You can save yourself all of that wahala by just being close to your partner.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, over to you, Tori.
I think my view is different because I'll speak from the point of view of an introvert
Okay.
who loves their spaces
Yeah.
and who also likes sparks.
Okay.
So I hate bland. I was immediately something start feeling like a routine of bland. I'm always looking for ways to spice it up, and if it's not spicing it up, I'll just come and be like, yeah, this is turning into a chore. Get no, wait now.
Carry on.
Wait. So what I'm saying, the reason why I say that long distance relationship works perfectly for me is because I have my routine. Now, the problem is that the long distance relationship is not a long distance relationship where you don't see each other. It's where you guys are you communicate, right? Or you guys are intentional. If every month at the end of the month we are going to meet, we must meet at the end of the month. Then or we are going to make calls, video calls, those kind of things. Now it allows me to be my own person while still looking forward to that excitement of seeing you. That is what works for me. That is what I'm talking about. Now it's of course obviously the perfect relationship is where your man and you or your partner and you are seeing each other every day. But we know that sometimes we find love in far places.
Yeah.
So there must be a compromise. So it's either you date someone you don't love
Which
or
far
you date someone you love in far place.
which far place? Will I use train and go to the far place? Because you said something about you being your own person. I believe that, or what I believe is that when you are getting into a relationship, you are getting into a relationship with the aim of marriage. Sometimes some people do that. Like I see this person is somebody I can get married to, so yeah, I'm gonna date them. So if you are going to be your own person in Anambra and he's going to be his own person in Abuja, when you people now meet in Kaduna, what will happen?
No, that's not what I meant by being my own person. I
Okay.
mean, there are people who complain that their relationship is becoming a lot codependent.
Codependent.
Yes.
I don't mind dependency.
Wait until you're carrying a ton of another human being. What I'm trying to say is it's almost like you're just finding ways around it. You
Yeah.
get there is life is unfair.
Mm.
Life is very, very unfair.
Life
So
no
it's-
balance.
yeah, so it's either you date someone in the same city with you. I'm not saying you cannot find love in your city, you get, but
Lagos.
sometimes things
Carry on, please.
all the men in Lagos are mad.
I
Wow.
wasn't the one who wrote that book.
Mhm.
Carry on.
But when that happens, right, you have to find a way around it. You
Yeah.
get so you don't want to be in a relationship where your partner is a burden to you. That's why there's this thing my mom used to say: be your person, let them be their person. Like be your 100%, let them be your 100%, and then you guys come together and you have 200 instead of doing that whole 50-50 100 thing. You guys be your 100, be your person. I mean, so you have two complete individuals in a relationship because that 50-50, you don't know which one is his half and which one is your half. That's the problem. You get
I agree with
it's two
that.
independent fellows having an adult loving relationship.
Amazing.
Yeah. I want to briefly talk about codependency.
Okay.
So I I'm going to sound a little bit toxic here. Don't
Okay.
mind me.
All right.
So I feel every relationship needs a little bit of codependency. Definitely is important to be your own self, have your own goals, know what you want. But why you're you're in a relationship with somebody, choosing them over every other person in the world to a particular level, you are not supposed to be able to be without them. It shouldn't be okay to you for that person not to be in your space
All the
or
time, yeah.
not particularly all
All
the
the
time,
time,
but
yeah.
like for a large or a greater amount of your time. If you don't like the person in your space, why are you married to them?
Yeah, why are you dating?
Yeah, so why are you dating? Because the truth of the matter is there will be times if you go on vacation, so you say, okay, I'm on vacation with my partner and I'll now can rent another room or
No, now
no
we'll
now.
be in the
I
same
Yeah,
think
room.
I
we'll
think
be
you
in
got
the
I think you
same space.
misunderstood. Like maybe I didn't put that well.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that there won't be any codependency in a relationship.
Yeah.
Obviously there will be. But the point I was trying to make is people being their own persons, people having a life, having
Outside.
something else outside a relationship. It's almost when you look at well some relationships,
Yeah.
most times when a relationship ends, there is obviously the feeling of hurt,
Yeah.
anger, betrayal.
Yeah.
Then there's not the feeling of lost. Like you don't know where to start from because this person is you and you're the person.
Oh.
That's what I was trying to reiterate. The part
Okay.
of being your own. Obviously, if you don't like the person, why are you being it? If you can exist without, obviously you can exist without everybody. But what
Yes.
I'm saying is, if it is that bad that I'm my own person, I'm so independent, I can do
Mhm.
without
Then
you,
you shouldn't
then
be.
you
It
shouldn't
should
be
be.
dating them.
Yeah.
Yes, you shouldn't be
One
dating
more
them.
question for you, Tori. So since you subscribe to LDRs, what's going to happen to sex? Because I mean, sex is very.
And
My mom is
and
going to
those
watch
My
this
dad is a
video.
pastor. Oh. My dad is a pastor. You should not say this.
and those you can be okay with just
With
like
just like once in a
phone
month
sex or
sex. What's going to happen
Let
to
me,
the sex? Because I mean, it's very
let
important.
me look at the camera when I say this.
Okay.
Be celibate.
wow.
Okay, oh, that
Wink wink.
be celibate. I mean, don't cheat, be celibate. So I don't even know what to say. I don't I don't know what else to say.
Wait.
No, let's drop it
No,
there.
we said this is a safe space.
Yes,
so-
it is a safe space. So there are other ways to bypass the sexual this thing.
So
Urge.
obviously, you guys have to talk about sex.
Mm.
Again, when you're in a relationship with someone, I don't know if people are in a relationship with people they don't like and are not attracted to. There is,
Yeah.
oh my god, my dad should not see this.
No, feel
What I'm trying to
free.
say is, obviously, you guys have to work around the meeting part. It's like you have to keep that spark there. Nobody should be feeling forlorn. It's something you guys work out
Work
together.
together.
I told you the perfect relationship is your man being your next door neighbor. But what can you do when he's not? You find a way to work around this stress.
All right. So I gained some
Spice it up, sex, text, Skype, whatever.
video calls, but all right.
Phone sex.
Phone sex, right? There are other ways to spice it up, of course. So, we have this segment, as you already know, the riddle segment. So, are you guys ready for me?
No.
Are you-
2% preparation,
no,
98% composure.
Did
Let's
you get your
go.
steez cannot reduce it?
Let's go.
Yeah, this is a chance to increase your steez and your composure. So, are you ready for me?
Yes.
I'm
let's
going
go,
to be
let's go.
asking you 3 questions, 3 riddles each. If you can't get it, the points will definitely go to Tori. If you don't get it, it will go to Dami. Are we going?
Yeah.
So first is Dami.
Okay.
I'm tall when I'm young and I'm short when I'm old. What am I?
A candle.
That's correct. Did you?
Are you guys?
I don't
Is
understand.
this how I
This
go home
simple-
in shame?
Okay. Next one, Victoria. I have no feet, no hands, no wings, but I climb to the sky. What am I?
Are you serious? Wait. Can you guys look at this? Do it. Why would you do
No,
this
I don't
to
know
me?
why. I don't know why he got that so easily. But come on, this is simple now. And then maybe again. I have no feet, no hands, no wings, but I climb to the sky. What am I?
Flying.
Think.
Is that smoke?
Ah, shit, this video is too simple for you guys.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Okay, let me get something else. Let me get something else.
What is the answer though?
It's actually correct. Smoke.
Smoke.
Okay, next for you, Dami.
Okay.
Every night I am told what to do, and each morning I do what I'm told. But I still don't escape your scold. What am I?
Ooh.
Every night I'm told what to do, and each morning I do what I'm told. But I still don't escape your scold. What am I?
Now that one is tough.
Think calm. Because I don't know how you got that first one. So answer this one. Every night I'm told what to do, and each morning I do what I'm told. But I still don't escape your scold. What am I?
Every night I'm told what to do.
Mhm.
What to do something in the night.
And
Hmm.
each morning it does what it's told, but still don't escape your scold. What am I?
The last one is just even throwing me off.
That's the point. Shall we give the point to Tori?
Don't even
Yes,
bother.
yes.
Ah, now
Maybe to
what?
the producer.
I don't even think my
Don't even
producer knows
bother.
the answer. Okay. Every night I'm told what to do, and each morning I do what I'm told. But I still don't escape your scold. What am I? I guess the point will go to me because the answer is an alarm clock.
Oh,
Okay.
Whoa.
yes, it
Oh,
was
wait. That
okay.
is actually true. Nobody
Hmm.
likes the alarm.
Okay.
Mm.
Over to you, Tori. I follow you all the time and copy your every move, but you can't touch me or catch me.
Are you
What am
serious?
I?
Shadow.
You see that it's simple because I'll give you tough one now.
Oh no.
Wait.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. And this is
Mm.
your last one, Danny.
Okay.
What has hands but can't clap?
What has hands but can't clap? Clock?
These riddles are too simple for these people. And you know what? I'm
Don't
going
want
to
to know what was in my head.
tell us what can clap.
I think I know what.
You know I
I think I know.
Nasty girl.
love
Okay, and your last riddle. What is so fragile that just saying its name breaks it?
silence.
Ooh.
I'm done with this. You know what? I'm going to do more research and get more strong riddles because this is I mean it's so simple.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Dami and Tori, for gracing
My
this
love.
podcast.
We had a wonderful time. At
Thank
least
you so much.
I'll speak for myself. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you had
I had a
it.
wonderful time. No, I don't want to.
And I even laughed.
I don't want to go with you.
Mm.
It was a wonderful time.
Uh-uh.
As always. Thank
You
you guys.
get. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, follow, do everything in between. Okay. Also check us out on Instagram at gistoclockpod. We're also on Twitter at gistoclockpod. Thank you so much, guys. This is Jessie signing out.
Bye.